I have a Pelicans question for you real quick before we get to Tyrese. So you guys just played the Kings the other night. You beat them. So you've now played with Zion for a couple of years. Some of the things he does, I mean, that dunk for one, but some of the things he does on the court, does it feel to you, like, have you ever seen anything like that? Because everyone in the NBA are the best athletes on the planet, do sort of remarkable things all the time. And every once in a while he'll do something, and even watching on TV, you're just kind of like, what is going on? What just happened? It feels almost unnatural in a way.
Yeah, the athleticism doesn't necessarily surprise me because we grew up, he grew up with all of his clips on social media on ballislife.com or Overtime. We saw that when he was in high school. And so we've seen him do some dunks that feel like no one else in the world can do. So you're not necessarily surprised by that. I think what's remarkable to me is, like, you watch him play and he shoots 15 layups to his left hand every game. And you're like, I think every NBA player would be like, I wish I want to get 15 layups to my strong, dominant hand every game. That's a high percentage shot.
Yeah.
No one else can do it. His from when he's inside 15 feet or 17 feet, his ability to get from point A to point B with that amount of force and quickness at his size and with his strength, there's just not a lot of people in the world that can do it. I think that's the more impressive thing. Like when he had the drive on Rashawn Holmes the other night, where he just it wasn't an offensive foul. He just kind of lowered his body, and Rashawn got so knocked off balance, he went into the stanchion.
Yeah, and the Laker game too. I mean, those are like Trez and Mark. Those are big. Those are guys who are used to dealing with physical presences, and he's just he's different.
No, he's different. He's different. And, I think the exciting part is as you see him, continue to develop his handle and his passing and all the different skill sets, required, he's going to be even better. His ceiling is very high, and, his baseline is already a, 25 point per game night scorer at a very efficient level. And that's as a 20-year-old. It's impressive, man. It's impressive.
One other shout out before we go. We should shout out Nikhil on how he's played, because
my guy hit a big game against the Clippers. He's been great for us for the past couple of weeks, and obviously that 37-point career high night stands out. But he's been really good for us, and even with Bled down for a couple games, Alonzo down for a few games, he's stepped up, and it's been well documented. I've talked about him a ton publicly, but I'm rooting for that guy. He's a worker. He loves the game. He's totally obsessed with it, and I think he's going to have a great career.